PR. And I do want to say thank you to everyone for your very hard work. Many reporters here have been covering the NAFTA negotiations as intensively as I have been engaged in them. And I know it's been very difficult and even physically demanding work for you. And I just want to say, as a former journalist, but also as a Canadian politician, I very much recognize the importance of the free press in this process, and I'm grateful to all of you. So our negotiators have been continuing their work. They were in Washington on Thursday and Friday, continuing to work at a technical level with their U.S. counterparts. Our negotiators are in Washington again today, and we'll continue to work throughout this week. I've been in touch today with Ambassador Lighthizer and his team, and we agreed that we would continue to talk in Washington later this week. The specifics of our calendar we haven't quite yet worked out, but we will be meeting in Washington later this week.
Why do you think it's important to be actually in person in Washington now? What's the difference?
There's no difference. I've been in person in Washington each week, I think it is now, for the past 3 weeks. So this is a very intensive phase of the negotiations. Ambassador Lighthizer and I have described it as a continuous negotiation. At the officials level, officials are working very, very closely. A lot of people are engaged in this effort. And, you know, we're talking a lot on the phone and by email. But, you know, there are some conversations that it's better to have face-to-face, and I think that it's absolutely the right thing for us to meet this week.
What is the dairy? How is your conversation with the dairy executive last Friday? How did that conversation go? What did you tell them? What did they tell you?
Well, you can ask them what they told me. I know.
No answer, but what did they tell you?
And I was impressed that people spotted that they were leaving Ottawa to come see me. I know it was. It was, as people know, part of the work right now is to be consulting with Canadians on the negotiation. That's one reason that we meet together, and then we spend some time back home, and then we meet together again. Speaking with Canadians, talking with our stakeholders is an essential part of the process. And so you're quite right, David. I had a long and good conversation with dairy farmers and processors on Friday in Toronto. Steve Verheul was with me. And that was an important conversation. It was important for us to understand their perspective, and it was an opportunity for me to hear directly from them. I'm grateful to them for taking the time to do that.
Does it help or hinder the talks that Premier Ford is going down there?
I think that the involvement of premiers from the provinces and territories across the country has been very positive. The Prime Minister and I, a couple of weeks ago now, had a very good call with the premiers of the provinces and territories. I'm grateful to them for the extent to which they have kept that conversation confidential. We have really, all levels of government have taken a true Team Canada approach to this negotiation, and I think that that is a very good thing. I have met twice with Premier Ford and his team to discuss NAFTA since the election, and obviously Ontario is a very important province. I'm an Ontario MP. I'm always happy to speak to the government of Ontario about where these negotiations are going and to hear their thoughts and ideas.